Hey everybody, Chris here from Pebble Creek. So, video 13 now. I thought this whole cab assembly was going to be like a two-part video. Turns out it's going to be a three-part. But today we got all the lights all wired up and working, so you all get to see that. Made a trip into the city there. Got myself some stuff here. I got surface primer. I got myself more bottles of German gray, and there's a little bit of a story behind that why the last episode got cut short. Probably why we're in three parts now. Also got one more bottle of Hall Red. As the BR-86 comes near completion, the next model up will be the Bismarck 1/200 scale. So we went to the city and we picked up some German gray. Reason last episode got cut short was this bottle right here. I mixed it up same way I always do. 5 milliliters of Tamiya thinner, a 10 milliliter bottle, and it came out semi-gloss, and the color was slightly lighter, and I'm colorblind. And then when I sprayed bottle number 2 onto it, this one must have done something because the second bottle sprayed the same way as well, and I was going into a panic. Anyway, soaked all the parts in super clean overnight, got the paint off, hit it with bottle number 2. Bottle number 2 thankfully turned out to be, bottle number 3 turned out to be just like bottle number 1, so we were able to continue on again. This one now has a big no written on it. We'll probably use it for something, but not this one. And Ron, you'll be happy to hear this news, but I got myself 4 bottles of Black Clear Coat. They just started carrying it, so I'm pretty excited about that because there's certain things I gotta do, but all I had was in a big aerosol can, and it just didn't work that well. All right. So that's why episode 12 got cut short a little bit, was because all of a sudden paint wasn't going to match and I didn't know what to do. So I just called it quits at the time. So today's episode 13. As you can see, we got all the lights installed, working. You won't get to see the cab get installed today because otherwise the episode's just going to run forever and ever. But today we get all that wiring done. We do all the details on the back of the coal box, or coal bunker. I'm not sure what it's called when it's actually attached to the locomotive itself. I know it's a second car, it's a tender, but maybe somebody knows. Is that a bunker? We'll find out. So anyways, that's what we got done. We got cab assembly, not install, done. So let's go take a look, see what we got accomplished, and yeah, thank you. Alright, so we might as well start where we left off here. So we're going to put some pinstripes here on the bunker, tender. I'm not sure what this is called. This is like a vinyl type tape. It's very, very flexible, but it doesn't stick very well. Just check my spacing. Double check. Triple check. just put a piece of tape across here just to kind of anchor that all in place. Yeah, we'll tape it all off, and then we'll do the same on the other side. And we'll go back to paint. I'll shoot with the XF63 German Gray. Alright. Now, I forgot to put these shields on earlier. I'm going to picked up here. I'm going to anneal it with the lighter here. And just go till it changes color. What this does is it realigns the molecule somehow. And everything becomes a lot more malleable. So you can bend it into a shape and it'll stay in that shape. It's a lot easier to bend. It'll stay in the position you put it in. Takes a couple seconds. It makes life so much easier to work with. And again, just till it changes color. Good enough. I'll just use my pen as a mandrel. Okay. I just dipped it in a little bit of CA glue there off screen. Just fix the bends a little bit. It's very easy to work with once it's been annealed. Yep, it fits. Give it just a little touch of CA. Set that in place. Now I'll go on to the back of the cab now. Yeah. Now for the interior of the cab, I'm using Japan Army Gray XF14. I'm not sure what color you all see it as, but I see it more of as a creamy color. So I thought it would go good for the interior. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now to the bottom of this coal bunker or coal tender. I'm going to paint everything black underneath. So I got it taped off. I'm going to learn a little lesson here. Again, I should have taped things off a lot better, but I didn't see anything wrong going to happen here. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there going, oh my lord. The worst part is you don't even realize it till you take the tape off. Everything looks good the whole time. Alright, let's get the tape off here and see what I'm saying. Look at that. Instant. Oh boy. Well, let's just tape it all off again. And we'll reshoot the XF66 light gray and get rid of all that overspray. I've done this before, so you'd think I'd learn, but apparently not. I'll probably do it again too. Well, we had to paint the XF66 anyways. We had to get the window shields done because we forgot to put those on earlier. Things that happen when you do it out of order. This was really hard to get paint in for some reason. Just a really bad angle. So now we're going to put on some brass trim. We're using the X12 gold. I like it because it looks, to me, it looks like brass. It doesn't really look like gold, but has a, from what I see. Alright, we'll let that dry. In the meantime, we'll shoot the German Grey XF63 onto the roof here. Got it all taped off already for you, so you'll have to watch me do that again. Let's get all the undersides done here. Well, wasn't quite taped off, I guess. Yeah, we'll attach all the roof vents. And those are the XF66. There we are. Now, installing these lights, I usually take a file and I scratch up the back side because nothing apparently likes to stick to them. So I got a little bit of CA glue put down. You're gonna get to watch me struggle with this for a while. It takes a bit to get this stuff to actually take a hold and actually stick. I'm not sure what these little LEDs are made out of, but they just don't like to stick. I'll just sit here with patience until she finally stays. Put the little dome light in. That's what's really going to hold it all in place. That little dome light lens. Alright, let's do a test fire. Make sure the bulb still works. And it does. Hurrah! Now we're going to install the one in the rear headlight now. So just a little touch of CA glue. I've already taken the file and scratched up the back. That's about the best you can do with this stuff. Just straightening out a wire. Got all twisted up somehow. Set that in place. Do a quick little test fire. And see that CA glue. I don't know what to use on this stuff. Oh, that works. Another test fire. Yeah, still works. Now for wire, I use a winding wire for making electric motors and stuff and such. And I like that stuff because I get it in a 28 gauge, and it doesn't have any plastic insulators wrapped onto it or anything. It's just sprayed. So these wires can touch each other and everything, and they don't short out. Uh, Temperature rating on it is 155 degrees Celsius. So my soldering iron, after I scrape the insulation off, my soldering iron will burn off whatever last remaining residuals there is. You can get this stuff on Amazon. It's not too badly priced for what you're getting. It's actually not badly priced. Now I'm using 28 gauge, which you can go as small as 38 gauge. Now these LEDs, you can't wire them up in series. They have to be wired up parallel. So for some reason, I'm not too good on electronics, but if I go positive to positive, they don't light up. So everything's got to be positive and everything has to be negative with these ones. Which in a way is probably better down the road anyways. That way when one bulb finally does burn out, the whole system doesn't go out. Like the old Christmas tree lights. Just give these a little twist up. Clean it up a little bit more with the file because, like I said, they're spraying some sort of epoxy. Now the soldering iron will burn it off. As you see, we got the 28 gauge winding wire. I like this stuff. Let's pick out a strand there. Myself more than plenty that I need to work with. Now we'll make up a second one the same length. And again, just file off that insulating coating. Now I have soldered these together without scraping the coating off, and the iron will burn it off, but it just takes forever. So it's easier to scratch as much off as possible, and then the solder will take. Just trying to find that happy position where everything will just sit by itself. Just got little beads sitting on there, and eventually all of a sudden it just gets absorbed. And once that happens, then all of a sudden you just add some more solder, make a good joint. I'll do the same to the other side. If I can get a little ball to sit on there. Now, I couldn't find my electrical tape. I found it after, but I figured it's low voltage and it's not something that's going to get bounced around too often. So I figured the Scotch tape will do the trick this time. Alright, well, that'll be today's episode. Thanks for watching again. Hit that like and subscribe for more ad-free content. And we'll see you next time. And episode 14, we should be doing the actual install of the cab. Alright, take care.